Hi, YouTube. What I want to talk about today is how to listen. Um, a lot of times, this is for any type of relationship family, friend, romantic, whatever, any type of relationship. And a lot of times, when a lot of problems in relationships in general is that people have trouble communicating with each other. And not only do they have trouble communicating with each other, they have trouble with listening. Um, Earlier this week, I went to a relationship talk seminar at my university. It was really nice, and he talked about listening. Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over some of the things that you should not do. You know, if you want to be a good listener, and things that you should do if you do want to be a good listener. Okay. Um, Bear with me right now. If let's say that you're talking to a close friend about an issue, or you're talking to your significant other about an issue, or maybe even a parent. Just picture you talking to someone about an issue. Let's say that when you first tell them about your issue, they interrupt you and then say something like, oh, but you wouldn't believe what happened to me. That's called one-upping. That is a negative thing. If you want to be a good listener, you shouldn't do that. The thing is, when someone is confiding in you or trying to tell you something important, it's about them at that moment. It's not about you, the listener. It's about them, you know. And when this whole one-upping thing is just trying to show, oh well, I got it worse than you are. People in general are competitive, I think, and like to always do this whole little, oh, but you can't top this thing. But we've got to keep that in check. When someone is talking to you about an issue or just about something important, you need to just listen and let them tell their story. It doesn't matter about how much bigger yours is at that moment. So don't do that. Don't do one-upping. Okay, well, let's say that you continue talking to this person about your issue, and then they said, it's not that serious. In fact, it's not serious at all. What's wrong with you? Why are you taking it so seriously? It's just a little issue. That's called minimizing. If you are a listener and you start to minimize someone else's issue, that is negative. That is wrong. If you want to be a good listener, that is. When you minimize someone's issue, you're like downplaying something that's important to them. You're saying it's not that important. And then you're also saying there's something wrong with that person because they don't feel about the issue the same way you do. Keep in mind that people are different. What you may not consider important may be extremely important to someone else. And what they may not consider important may feel extremely important to you. As people, we have to learn to take that into consideration. And when you're listening to someone, you need to take that into consideration. Let's ignore the fact that you don't think it's, a big issue. What matters is that it's a big issue to them and that they're telling you about it. So you need to just listen and, you know, try to see where they're coming from and let them know that, at least reassure them at the very least, or let them know that you'll support them, or at least let them know that you understand it's important to them. Also, when you minimize someone else's issue, it makes them feel like something's wrong with them. And when people are trying to talk to you, they want to feel better, not worse. Okay. Well, let's say that you're talking and they keep interrupting you, giving you unsolicited advice. Let's say you didn't even ask for advice. Let's say you just wanted someone to listen, but they keep telling you what you need to do or what you should do. As a listener, if you want to be a good listener, do not give unsolicited advice. Do not give advice that is not asked for. If they do not ask for advice, do not give it. Everyone wants feedback. I think when people talk to people about important issues, everyone wants some type of feedback. But that feedback does not always have to be advice. That feedback can be reassurance. It can be support. It could just be something, to let them know that you're listening to them. But you don't always have to give advice. And not everybody likes being told what they need to do or what they should do. Sometimes you just need to listen, reassure, support, and uplift. You don't always need to tell people what to do. Sometimes people don't want to be told what to do. They just need someone to listen. So sometimes just shut up and listen. Also, last but not least, interrupting. Notice throughout all these things the person is interrupting. Stop interrupting. Let the person finish everything they're saying before you speak. And you will know when there's appropriate times, to interject. But generally speaking, let the person finish what they're saying. Stop interrupting and all this kind of stuff or whatever. Truly listen. I think I covered, one last thing. Being distracted. If someone is talking to you about an important issue, try to, put the cell phone to the side or turn off the TV, close out Facebook and the laptop for a little bit, because no one likes to feel like someone's not paying attention to them. Telling a person to hold on while you're texting so you can text while they're trying to tell you about an important issue is rude and hurtful. And not only that, you're not paying attention. You would probably get extremely pissed off if someone did that to you if you were talking about a crisis or a situation in your life. So just be kind and, give a person attention just like you would like them to give you their full attention. Okay, and I think that's all. I just wanted to talk about this because a lot of people, including myself, sometimes have trouble with being a good listener or don't know what it means to be a good listener. And just knowing these things can really help improve your relationships, friendships, all those kind of things. Anyway, bye-bye.